Okay, I want to introduce the function subplots here. So I'm defining x from 0 to 2 pi. Instead of by 100, I'm going to just change this to 20. So make my grid points a little bigger. And what I'm going to do is, instead of plotting automatically, I'm going to use a subplot before using the plot function. And I'm going to do this notation 2 comma 1 comma 1. I'll show you what that does in a second. And then I'm going to call the plot function where I have x, and then I'm going to plot sine of x in here. Okay, and then I'm going to do another subplot, and then I'm going to do 2, 1, 2, and then I'm going to say plot x comma sine 2 star x. So double the frequency here, and then let me show you what this does. Okay, so I'm going to run this here. I did everything right. So it's another way of having two data sets on the same figure, but they're not on the same plot. So I'm not plotting them on top of each other. I'm plotting them vertically aligned with each other. Okay, so what this is telling me is I have two rows, two rows, one column, and I'm plotting the data here. So this is my first data set, which is sine of x. This is double the frequency, 2x, sine 2x, so you get 2 cycles. So this is essentially what that does. I can go in here and I can do another figure, and they say figure 2, and I'm going to run the same thing. I'm just going to copy everything, paste it here, but instead of 2, 1, 1, I'm going to say 2, 2, 1, and 2, 2, 2, and let's see what happens. Will this work? Let's just go and evaluate selection. So this is what this is giving me. Okay, so this is a way to determine if to determine what subplot does. So what this is telling me is I want 2 rows, 2 columns. Okay, so up here, if I come back up here, I got 2 rows, 1 column. So if I want this to be horizontal, so I need to change this code to 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. So let's run this again. I'm going to overwrite that previous data and see this is what I get. Okay, so this is figure 2, and then if I go back to my figure 1, this is figure 1. Okay, so same exact data, we can show it in 2 different ways. In this way, I can have 2 rows, 1 column, or I can have 1 row, 2 columns. This is my original sine x, this is sine 2x, and the code behind this is right here. So what I just did was I introduced a subplot function, where subplot tells me I want to have 2 plots inside the figure, 2 rows, 1 column, and the last one's going to tell me where I'm going to put that data, the location. And then I'm going to run subplot again, because now I have 2. This again, I'm have 2 rows, 1 column. This is the second location, and then I can flip it around. I can say I have 1 row, 2 columns, 1 row, 2 columns, location 1, location 2. This is for subplot. You would use it up to 2019 version of MATLAB. 2019B and newer, they use something called tiled layout, so you can use tiled layout as well for the newer versions of MATLAB, which does essentially the same thing. Okay, so I just wanted to introduce that concept of subplot, and you can have as many subplots as you want in your figure.